Welcome to another PCPLD cook time. Today we're going to be making French onion beef stroganoff. And to start with, we've got vegetable oil in the pan and we're warming that up. And that is 2 tablespoons of canola oil. Then in a bowl we're combining 1/4 of a cup of flour. To that we're adding black pepper and salt to taste. Okay, then she's going to blend that up, and then she's going to toss the beef into the mixture. And then from there into that pan. So it says you're going to work in batches and you're going to sear the beef one side until it develops a deep brown crust, and then flip it over and sear the other side, and it'll be about 8 minutes total of cook time. You can see that it's seared on one side, and now she's turning it over to sear the other side, and then that should take about another 4 minutes. The beef has been seared on both sides now, and so we've removed that from the pan, and then into the pan we're going to melt unsalted butter. You can see that's like 2/3 of the stick. Okay, so now we're adding in 3 onions that we have sliced or cubed. You do it whichever way you like. And then we're also adding in 2 cloves of minced garlic. And we're adding in a bay leaf, a sprig of thyme. We don't have a sprig of thyme, so we're using 1/8 of a teaspoon of thyme. And then salt and pepper to taste if you want to add more salt and pepper. Okay, then you're going to cook those until the onions are soft and nearly caramelized. They say it'll be about 20 minutes. And your heat should be on about a medium heat. Now that our onions are caramelized, we're going to go ahead and add the mushrooms, which it is 4 ounces of sliced mushrooms. And we're going to saute that until the mushrooms are soft and slightly browned. And then once that is done, you're going to pull the bay leaf out. Okay, so now we've gotten the onion or the mushroom softened. The next thing we're going to do is pull out that bay leaf. Make sure that you get that pulled out. Okay, and then we're moving on to our next step. You need to glaze the pan with 1/4 of a cup of red wine. Okay, while you're just glazing your pan with that red wine, it does say to make sure you get the brown bits that are on the bottom of the pan broken off. Okay, and then you're going to take 1/4 of a cup of flour and sprinkle that in there and stir to combine. Once you have that combined, you're going to stir in 2 cups of beef broth and also 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. And you're going to bring that to a low simmer. While you're waiting for that to simmer, you might also want to get your egg noodles cooking. You're going to boil up 3 cups of egg noodles. that it's going to go into this mixture. We already have ours done and ready to go, but this is a good time to get yours done if you don't have those ready. We have that blended now, and we're going to add back in our cubed beef steak, and then we're going to let that sit in there and simmer until the beef is finished cooking through. We now have our meat cooked through. The next thing we're going to add is 2/3 cup of sour cream. And we're also going to add our egg noodles that we pre-cooked earlier. And you do drain those. And that was 3 cups of egg noodle.
Smells good.
Once that hits blended, you have a couple of choices here. You're going to top it with 1 1/2 cups of grated gruyere or Swiss cheese. And then you can either put it in an oven-proof pan and bake it at 400 until the cheese is melted and slightly browned, or you can just leave it in the pan, which is what we're going to do on our burner. On a medium-low, we're going to cover it and then just heat it until the cheese melts. And again, that's 1 1/2 cups of grated gruyere or Swiss cheese, whichever you prefer. And then you're going to cover it and then cook it until the cheese is melted.